Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? Talking shit. Talking shit Tuesday. Coming at you every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talk shit p.m. with the people out there and the Amory. Today, the subject matter is something that's been happening for a long time, but I never really talked about it because I never thought it warranted this kind of conversation. But now I'm starting to see it more often, not just in the Mustang platform, but in just general platforms. A lot of people that have a lot of success racing on cars that are purely built, just race cars, are under the impression that because they have such a fast race car, that street cars ain't shit. What, dude? Do you know who I am? Have you seen Flow Racing like at 3 a.m? I'm that guy in round 85 in some weird track that no one's seen. And I built it. So because a lot of people get this false sense of entitlement when they build a Billy Badass race car, they think that when they go to like the Coyote platform or any other OEM style platform that it shouldn't be shit, when it is the absolute opposite. It is more complicated. There are more issues. There is much more to know on an OEM style car than a fucking Nova with a Proline, Holly, meth, billet fuck my asses, 10,000s, and meth and some chassis some guy built that'll go fours in the 8th mile. We'll talk about that thought process also. We're gonna show you something that encompasses Ford in a very interesting light. One of their very high up, I guess, employees, one of employees went on Instagram, the chief learning officer who has a boyfriend went on Instagram, a Ford employee, and posted an insane rant against a disabled person touting DEI. Unbelievable. Pretty much showcasing why I think Ford is just an insufferable company. We'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people out there. Yeah.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
It echoes.
I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
I don't suck dick to board a fast car, but it is the PMAS, Nick James and PMAS. That's right, the best cold air check on the planet. The cold air check that is in all of my vehicles. No other cold air matters. Trust me, you're gonna fuck around and find out if you buy anything else than the PMAS cold air. Hashtag YDBT and check out for discount. DNAPperformance.com. You're gonna buy your used shit there. Wheels, tires, interiors, crank pallets, complete pullouts, I don't, rear ends, lights, anything. Check them out, DNAPperformance.com. They ship. Hit up Rob Bowen personally on his cell phone. He loves to be bothered while he's while he's farming. I think that's a farm. DNAPperformance.com. Parts Farm. I'm sorry, geez, I was DNAP. I fucked that up big time. DNAP Performance is new parts. See, I'm all fucked up. I literally gave DNAP Performance the Parts Farm plug. But they're both great. DNA for new shit, Parts Farm for used shit. 2 Auto Solution. Robbie Zaidan, 2 Auto Solution. Puerto Rico, no hashtag, no nothing. You're going to go get your car built there. If you are a tax cheat and you don't want to get taxed at full, whatever, percentage, go to Puerto Rico and get your car built at 2 Auto Solution. And I completely fucked up this promo, right? But that's the nice thing about this. We got Bellac Industries drug dealer wheels coming at you if you want to. What the fuck? That's the nice thing about having your own show. You can fuck up and it does not matter. That's nobody controls this. No one's gonna get me. It's a me thing. We'll say hi to the people out there and we'll get after it. We got Douche Down, Andy Ali, Monty 540, Phil Fez, Nick, Joe Swish, D-Rock Fox, Frank Donahue, Z33, Camzilla, Dixon, Predator, GT500, North Shore, El Verga Larga, Paul Ponthieu, Joshua Judd, Joe Jackson, Matt Oliver, Valley 10 Speak. Say good morning, good morning. Corey Grilly says good evening. Cornelius checking in with everyone this evening. So I said, in the work chat, I'm like, no way your name's Corey, right? Could you imagine, your baby's born? Honey, what should we call him? Corey? Corey it is. This is Corey. No, it's like, Corenthal James or it's something. It can't be just Corey. You know what I mean? It's like calling your kid Mikey. Stuart, Blue Thunder, Chad, Mormon, Big Pops, Duroviate. What was his music before? What was Turuviate's music? Was it the Stone Cold? I think I got rid of it because the WWE would actually copyright my shit. That dating channel, Kyle Loftus, Clint Stroke. If it's a 10 or 80, you're a non-drive motherfucker. EPA a couple of times. What's up, EPA? Where you been? Mustang Dennis, TDP. You still selling cookies, EPA? We'll give you a free plug. 94, GTV, Candice Lupus, Yusuf, Gangbang, Jesus, DJ Lux, Mark Christensen. We got John Bailey. Thank you for becoming a Patreon member. Appreciate you. SVT, Desmond. How's the family? Says Desmond. Cobra 460, Matthew Nichols, Diego, that dating channel, Kyle Loftus, CJM, RT, Rocky, Amory, John Bonanno, Aaron, Rocky, EPA, Jasso, Ethan, Joshua Ramos, Bryson Witt, Jared, Bryson Witt with the Patreon and Rich Prince. Right now, we'll do Rich Prince. We'll do Rich Prince real quick, and then we'll get after it with the people and talk some shit. Again, you're going to buy shirts. You're going to get a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway today. Star Trek trivia. We're going to do a giveaway, so you can pick anything you want from the richprince.com/YDBT. Could be a hoodie, could be a sticker, whatever you want. One thing, it's going to be Star Trek trivia, and we'll get after it. But check them out, YDBT site on Rich Prince, and get after it. Giving me some, extra money so I can buy another car. Let's be serial. Okay, let's talk about the 2,000 horsepower problem. So let's say you built yourself a LS, small block Ford, you name it. You spent the money, or you built your own motor because you're that savvy. You built your own motor. You put Holly in it. You put a mechanical throttle body. You built your own turbo kit. Let's say you built it from the ground up, right? And this thing ended up going like a 460 or a 480, really quick in the eighth mile, or quicker, because some of you are really badasses like that. So, you tuned it yourself with Holly, or maybe somebody helped you, gave you a good base, and you were turning it up and blending timing and looking at this and changing conditions. Okay, so now you think you're a tuner, but really Holly is doing a lot of the tuning, or the guy who built the file is doing most of the tuning. You're just upping boost and adjusting ramps, right? Let's be honest here. Let's not mince words here. You didn't tune it from scratch, and if you did, it's probably bad. But if you got an expert to tune it with Fuel Tech, Holly, what have you, they gave you the base map, and then you just kind of tweak here and there. You move buttons up and down, up arrows, down arrows, longer ramps, shorter ramps, whatever, right? So now you have this false sense of confidence that you are a badass in all cars, in all platforms. So then you get yourself into the absolutely most complicated setup there is, a Coyote Mustang. Now, many of you don't think it's complicated, and it's because you are not building the files from zero. I know you're going to say, neither are you, Alex. I am closer to seeing who I am touching. I am daily talks about how the file works with someone who does it, people who do it, than you are. Way closer. And what I do is I understand how the file is built, to then be able to adjust accordingly, or to say, it's not the file's fault, it's your fault. You have to know how it's built. So I'm closer to that than most of you are. Like, let's be honest about that. I've worked with them for almost 10 years. I don't think they're going to hold on to me if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So let's say you think you're a Billy Badass, you built a 2,000 horsepower Nova, and then you get yourself then you start seeing the popularity of the Coyote Mustang. Ooh, man, that thing's rolling out. The 10R80 is awesome. Because, you see 110R80 do one hit, 2-3 seconds, 60 to 130. So you automatically think that transmission's awesome. Meanwhile, that guy's been on his 8th, 9th, 10th transmission, or they rebuilt transmission themselves. So then you get into it, and then you start going, oh yeah, this needs the throttle cracked. This just needs the throttle cracked, because in my race car, when it does this, push rod, mechanical throttle body, billet fuckemizers, 10,000s, and a Holly system with a no VCT push rod. You start correlating the race car shit to stock car shit. And I go, no. You don't understand. These cars have to pass emissions. They have to have good miles per gallon. They have to be smooth. There is infinite controls, infinite torque tables, infinite spark tables, infinite cam angles. infinite torque sources, infinite torque limits. That because you go, well, just bump the shift up a little bit, it'll fix it. Like, this is what I've heard also from people like that. Exactly, Chuck Stern. Actually, that's one of those things where it's perfect. I don't know. We built 4-second car, 3-second cars. A Coyote F-150 shouldn't be that hard. I wish I could give you a better example, but you are actually dealing with a more difficult setup than your race car. Your race car doesn't have to meet emission standards. Your race car doesn't have torque limits. Your race car is tuned with a aftermarket computer that has no torque limits. It's like, here you go. Shh. If the throttle gets stuck open, what fail-safe do you have? Do you guys have a race car? Does anyone here have a race car? What happens if your throttle gets stuck open in a race car? Go. Answer in the chat if you have a race car tuned on Holley fuel tech with a mechanical throttle body. Tell me what happens if the throttle gets stuck open. You end up in the sand trap or you end up upside down, right? With a stock vehicle, the car fail safes. Comes to a stop. Well, what the fuck happened? The throttle body picked up an angle that was not desired by all of the conditions that needed to be met in the tune. It needs to meet this condition, that condition, pedal, nope, boom, it kills spark, it goes into a weird two-step situation, and it goes into limp mode. Whoa, how did that happen? Well, it happened because there are safety mechanisms in the OEM tune because a person that is driving an OEM vehicle, let's say it's a Mustang, Corvette, Camaro, Chevy, Ford, and anyone else cannot afford to have a throttle get stuck open and have them kill themselves because it got stuck open and it went, off a bridge somewhere. So they have built-in torque limits and all this stuff. So a lot of people don't realize that when Lund Racing goes 6.6 in a stock ECU, what needs to happen to meet that goal? Was a OEM computer ever designed to see 400% air load? Nope. So different MAV sensor, still stock ECU, so you got to make that work. Torque limits. Was a stock ECU ever expecting to see 2,700 horsepower pouring down the bitch? No. So that vetting had to happen with many busted motors, many issues, many killed transmissions, many torque limits, many frustrating days, many frustrating track outings. So I'm starting to see a lot of people equate their race car experience to a OEM vehicle experience. And you guys have to have humility. You know about this. A computer that is made for racing, Holley, Fuel Tech, Motec, Motec is probably the closest to OEM than everybody, and that's why racers typically don't like them. Racers typically don't like Motec because it is so close to OEM, if not better, that they go, I don't understand all this shit. I just want to see one table with spark, one table with fuel, and whatever else other mechanisms trigger shifting, trigger this, trigger boost ramps, this and this and that. I don't want all this complicated bullshit, but the complicated bullshit actually protects a lot of things. And I tell a lot of people, you can't go, well, you know what happens when my car doesn't start up good at the track? I just crack the throttle a little bit. Do you know how many times I've heard people say this? Well, I was turning the car over and then I gave it gas. An OEM vehicle with fly-by-wire, drive-by-wire. Alex, it needs more fuel. Why does it need more fuel? Because when you gave it pedal, did you think something squirted more fuel based on that pedal? Or did you flood clear the car, turning off the injector by giving it pedal? Which one do you think happened? Well, most of you will say, well, I gave it pedal, so that means I gave it more fuel, so that means it needs more fuel. Incorrect. What you did was gave it less fuel. Now, if you have a carbureted car, yeah, you smash that fucking thing and just the squirters keep throwing fuel in it. These things are not like that. So I see that, well, on my race car, when I crack the throttle a little bit, idle dips a little bit on my race car. I just crack the throttle a little bit. You know that idle is controlled by torque, spark, and throttle angle, and torque. Let's be honest, a targeted torque at that condition. So a lot of people are conflating or making the mistake of going, I built this, so my word has value. As absolutely no. The moment you say, I have a race car, I stop listening. This is not a race car. This is an OEM vehicle with a bunch of very specific parameters to make things work. So that means you have zero experience with your race car that correlates to this. Now, don't take offense. I am actually trying to educate you. Get that chip off your shoulder that because your race car went 4s in the quarter mile with Holley, Fuel Tech, or anything else, a pushrod M1 billet fuckamizer with a Billy Badass chassis means fuck all when it comes to the OEM car game. It's two different disciplines. So somebody that deals with OEM shit, nothing but OEM shit, probably can't talk to you about race car shit if they don't race often. But now we're blurring that line. Now Lund Racing has gone 660s in the same vehicle with the same chassis, the same motor, the same everything with a stock ECU and a Motec. So that kind of tells you, okay, you can shut the fuck up about anything else like that. That kind of, and I think that's why Junior was very excited about the win at Texas 2K. Not only did it validate that, we can get down, but we can win a race with a standalone. And then, the standalone tuning will just get better after that. So if you have a race car and you want to get into the OEM game, high horsepower shit, come in with a humble heart, because the moment you think that your 2,000 horsepower experience is going to correlate, it is not even close. Now, yesterday, something happened that I thought was interesting. Somebody sent me this, excuse me. Somebody sent me this, and I thought it was a joke. I'm like, there's no way this is happening. Well, Unlimited L's on X posted, new Ford executive goes on rant at an elderly passenger for watching Fox News during flight. Ford executive Barrett Evans, the company's chief learning officer, excuse me, posted a rant on social media. He described seeing an elderly man watching Fox News on a flight from San Diego. Deplaning, this is what Barrett Evans said. Deplaning, and I noticed he and his wife are getting into the airport wheelchairs to be pushed next to the gate. My filter was malfunctioning. Let's read the actual post. And this is Chivalry and Champagne. A Ford executive, Barrett Evans. Elderly passenger on my flight from San Diego yesterday enjoyed Fox News in quotation marks for the entire ride. Deplaning, and I noticed he and his wife were getting into their airport wheelchairs to be pushed to the next gate. My filter was malfunctioning. Love to see you supporting DEI. Then the guy said, not me. And then Barrett says, yes, you, that wheelchair and the human pushing it are provided at no direct cost to you, rather by a subsidized cost attributed to every passenger in this airport, provided to level the playing field for you. Last time I checked, a disabled person doesn't fall under DEI. Diversity? How is a disabled person diverse? And then not all passengers need assistance, but for those who do, for whatever reason, the services ensures that they can access the airport, navigate security on board their plane, and board their plane safely with dignity. The cost being shared ensures that the service is available for those who need it, not just for those who could afford to pay extra. This is a role infrastructure of equity in action, acknowledging that different people have different needs and creating systems to support differences fairly. You are a fucking psychopath, and Ford employs this person. And then you wonder why that thought process bleeds down into their fucking product. Everything that Ford does in the company affects the culture of the company. So right now, ask yourself, where you currently work, what is the culture of the company? Tell me, what is the culture of the company you work for? And if the culture of the company you work for is woke DEI garbage, they're always playing the victim. They hate everything and anything that isn't the way they see it. But when you have a culture of a company that is more, I don't know, leave me the fuck alone and do my thing, that company ends up being better to work for. If you work for a company that the culture is rotten from the inside, where they're looking to snitch you out, because you imagine working at Ford right now next to this fucking psychopath, and you voted for Trump, and you like to shoot guns, and you like to, some chew, dip, you like bitches, you like big trucks and big booty hoes. This guy thinks you're a fucking moron. So the culture of the company is trash, and you could see it bleeding down into their product. Ford has had trash products over and over and over, and they've had mixed messaging for a very long time. They had mixed messaging with the Bronco, mixed messaging with the Ranger, the gay Ranger. Remember that gay Ranger with the unicorn bullshit all over the place? They went to full hardcore electric. Then they said, oh no, we need to have non-boring vehicles back. They're just an internal struggle, and this company is not going to get its head out of its ass until leadership changes. You need a change in leadership, and I've been saying this in the beginning. Farley has to go. This guy, I don't know what the fuck is a chief learning officer. Chief learning? How the fuck is that going to sell more cars? The culture of the company is absolutely dead. So do you know a 2,000 horsepower Jamoke that thinks because he has a 2,000 horsepower car, because I won 4s in the 8th, 3 in the 8th, won this, won that, I know more than you about cars in general, when in actuality, on the OEM side, stock computer side, y'all don't know shit. So we'll talk about it, talk a little bit about that, whatever else happened over the weekend. I saw a video of a Camaro having a backfire of all backfires. Apparently, he was attempting to start the car. I gotta find that video. It's very good. Let's see, where is it? Lost cause. They need to clean house, bitch. There was a video, dude. It was like it exploded, and I think obviously the car was just full of nitrous, and then they just tried to light it off. And what happens when the car tries to light off with the manifold full of nitrous? I gotta find it. I'm gonna forward Lost Cause on DeSantis. I liked your post, and this guy none. Maybe it's this one. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Anyway, if you guys can send me a link, don't send it on Instagram. Jesus Christ, please don't send it on Instagram. I don't need to see shit on Instagram. I just can't stop the show for Instagram and check bullshit out. They broke motors and transmissions so we could run, says Frosty Shark. Michael Locke says racers don't like Motec because they can't really tune, and they don't want to pay Motec for a guy to track support because that's different money. I've started noticing that Motec stuff is shunned by people that like Holley or like Fuel Tech. Again, nothing wrong with liking Holley and liking Fuel Tech. But when Junior showed me Motec software, I go, looks like OEM shit. Because my eyes are used to seeing OEM stuff. See, I deal primarily with SET, HP tuners, and a whole bunch of other shit that y'all don't even know about that looks... HP tuners, I would rather never interface with that software because it's just... And from my eyes, not a fan. But when SET shows up, I'm like, thank fucking God. Fast, boom, boom, boom. I know where everything is. I don't even got to think. It's just muscle memory. Go to fuel, go to spark, go to borderline, go to drive-by-wire, boom, 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 boom. Could you imagine, instead of saying rev limiter, you say cutoff? So I'm like, where the fuck's cutoff? What's cutoff? And then you got to look through these little, all similar looking dots. No. So, that looks more like OEM to me when I saw Motec lay out their stuff and PCM Tech. Let's be honest. All the stuff looked like OEM. So I'm sure that a racer that is used to seeing one fuel table, one spark table, and boost control and shift points sees Motec have 30 spark tables. They're like, I'm done with that shit. I'm not even going to try it. So I totally get it. Most OEM cars nowadays won't start with a throttle applied. We have an auto shut off after more than 7 seconds on our Ultra Street car. There you go. Dio, would you rather get a Gen 1, Gen 3 10R80? Anything but a 10R80. I'm not even going to see what else you put on there. I would never get a 10R80 again. You guys need to understand that the 10R80 is an absolute failure of a transmission. And by you buying one, and hoping, you are betting against yourself with a 10R80 because the chances that the 10R80 is going to go bad are over 60-70%. So you are hoping you are the 30% that somehow have never had an issue, have never complained, have never heard the thing slip or flare in a gear or have any issues when you're applying decent power to it. So you are betting against yourself when you buy a 10R80. This is what you should really start doing. Start buying 6R80 cars. 6R80 cars. I get it, but the 10R80's got the gear stack so tight. Cool story. Now let's start applying power to it and tell me which one matters. The 6R80 is king. Alan's probably going to get, say, Gen 2 manual PP. Rizzy says, look at all the 26 map points on the Chevy brain logs out. Chevy guys look at, like, I'm blown away when Chevy guys go, oh my God, the widebands read at what? Yep. In 2024, Chevy started putting widebands on their shit. Coyotes have had it since 2011. So we're used to seeing that. We're like, oh yeah, it moves. And then, this is the funny thing. Now, when you go wide open throttle with a brand new Chevy vehicle, let's say you've been tuning a certain way forever, and you put a brand new Chevy vehicle that has wide bands on a dyno, run it up. You're staring at the air fuel value it's spitting out, and it's blowing your fucking mind. What? 11.2? 10.9? How is this thing not gurgling through the exhaust? So for Chevy, OEM is showing you that they run it on the richer side. Why is that? So I think the newer cars that are actually reading Watt Lambda live, and tuners that have been tuning a certain way forever, then they look at that shit and they go, well, what? Well, okay, let me make it leaner. Oh, look, it makes less power. So leaning it out doesn't make power, does it? So running it rich until the point of losing power is probably the safest bet. 661 Racing, bro. I'm not going to tell you how fast his car is. It is serious, though. I'm not just saying it because serious, certifiable. If you, I'm not going to fuck up his chances of getting a race, but based on what people saw, he's never going to get a race in the West Coast at that track. That's what I told the guys who helped me on my car. They all have Holly and sometimes question me on things, but I told them Lund knows what they're doing, so we just listen. Correct. So 661 Racing, this is what one thing he does really well. He listens to Lund. And the proof is in how fast the car is. I don't know, that air fuel value looks a little different, man. Holy shit, what did it run? Hey, Alex told you to tighten down the front end and get these shocks and get limiters. I don't know, man. I think you want the transfer. Does it? Car runs. Hey, man, I think we need another sensor. It's just seeing too much boost, so we need to, I don't know, man. Why don't we just go map? Shh, cállense en la boca. Escucha Lund. And look at that. He has run so fast. I can't tell you the time. He is a grudge racer. John, like him, hit the gym. Good for you, Cole Campbell. I leave all my tuning needs up to Cheryl. I love it. Imagining lumping DEI with a handicap. DEI definitely includes handicapped people. What does being disabled have to do with butt pumping dudes? Wow. Info officer makes a post like that. This guy is why 2024 Mustang is not tunable. Connor says Ford is so whack nowadays. I'm sorry. Theo, almost irreversible damage within Ford. I'm telling you, it is over. Ford as a company needs an absolute. You ever been cooking rice? Y'all cook rice? I cook rice. I'm Puerto Rican. I cook rice, right? There's this moment when you're cooking rice, probably about 5 minutes in. The water has gone down, right? First of all, you put the water in the pot, right? Put your little salt, put your little oil, nothing crazy. You boil that bitch. You wash your rice, right? Once it's boiling, you put the rice in, then you put it down to simmer, right? And then about 10, 15 minutes, let's say 10 minutes, the water's down enough. And then you do that first turn, and it looks soupy on the top, kind of weird. And then the moment you do that first turn, you go, oh, there's cooked rice underneath. Y'all motherfuckers need turnover big time at Ford. You are cooked at the bottom. You need brand new shit cooking at the bottom. There is something happening at Ford where they have become like government, like a bureaucracy, not a company that makes the best cars for their customers. They're now begging President Trump to take away the tariffs because they make most of their shit overseas. Now, the Canada and Mexico relationship don't affect tariffs, but I guarantee there are chips, there are lights, there are things that are made in, I don't know, India, Vietnam, that have issues with tariffs. And Ford is like, fuck, what are we going to do? So what is Trump going to do? He's going to say, I'll give you guys a break, but y'all got to start building shit here. And Ford's like, fuck, Ford. The moment he won in November, did you think you were going to go in there and lobby and say, yeah, this shit's not going to affect us? The guy has nothing to lose. He's like, nah, fuck y'all. You all have to start making this shit here. Pretty crazy. 2,000 horsepower car that can only make it one pass. Yes. I built a 2,000 horsepower car. I know what I'm talking about. Turns it on at the starting line. Does a burnout. Turns it off at the finish line. Tows it back. Has nothing to do with OEM shit. Like, not even close. Ford needs a Shane Gillis to turn them around. He did it for Bud Light. No, he didn't. For Bud Light's still gay. Ford started doing that when they got rid of the SVT. So I wonder what's going on with, what's the guy's name? Coletti? Like, Coletti, I'd love to interview you, but it has to be no holds barred unless you got non-competes. I need to know what's happening in the front office. I need to know who you dealt with that made you see that this is going downhill. Did the bean counters get in the way of you making cool shit? Did you see Tuke's video on his RB Swap Super? I did not see it, but I saw clips of it going around. There's a huge disconnect between Farley and the worker on the worker lines. Yeah, if you, I wish I could interview somebody that's like mid-management. And that's the other issue. There's too many managers, I bet. I bet there's more managers in one department than there are workers. And you need like a Doge type of action to go in there and start trimming the fat. Because I guarantee there's bureaucracy and paperwork that doesn't allow you to put a fucking bumper on without like the guy having a $500,000 exoskeleton or a machine that lifts everything for him without getting sued. It is just a complete waste. Alex, I'll send you the link on Blue Sky. Get the fuck out of here. They were standing way too close to begin with and behind starting line. The red 68 Camaro is my brother-in-law nitrous solenoid malfunction. Opened and filled the engine with nitrous. So do you guys have it? Did anyone send it to me on Instagram? I'm going to check Instagram because you guys like to send shit on Instagram for some reason. No, do not turn. Okay, I don't see it. But dude, it was wild. Like I can't believe tracks allow people to stand at the starting line. I'll never understand it. And I never understand anybody that likes to stand at the starting line knowing that a drive shaft could fly off, a turbo wheel could cut your neck off, a hood from a nitrous backfire can rip your shit in half. Fiberglass. Imagine fiberglass flying and just ripping your neck right off. It's going to unfortunately take someone dying or getting their shins split open before people cut the shit of trying to be at the starting line when you have reciprocating equipment at 7,000 RPMs and things that spin and heavy cars and nitrous and crazy fuels. It's cool until it's not. Would you rather tune PCM Tech software or SCT? SCT all day, every day. Seems like online PCM Tech really want to listen to feedback and innovate. You must be listening to different guys because I'm not touching that one. That is the funniest line I've seen today. 1080 can't even handle a stock EcoBoost. Richer side of protection, I don't know. Richer is safer? Yeah, Richer is safer. Like, if you saw what we run the Grey Goose at, you'd be like, why don't you run a leader? Why don't you run a leader, Miss Faster? We have EGT sensors in it. And there's a direct correlation between keeping EGTs at a certain temperature and power. And son of a bitch, the watt lambda that we've been running it on, the stock ECU, actually makes sense. I'm gonna ask Junior. I should ask him, is the watt lambda that you Pegalos, thank you, Pegalos, is the watt lambda that you commanded on the stock ECU on Grey Goose correlating with the one on Motec, and are you running basically the same watt lambda? The car's calculating based on mile an hour and weight, 218 miles an hour, 3,300 pounds. Go look at the racing calculators and see how much horsepower that is. It's like high 2,600, low 2,700. That is honking. So Pegelos sent me the clip of the nitrous Camaro chugging away and the hood flying off the bitch. Okay. Volume warning, guys. If you have a headphones in or whatever, volume warning. But again, why are you here? Okay, are you in the crew? Are any of you in the crew?
We're trying to.
Look, where'd your hat go? Isn't it cool to be at the starting line? Man, what the hell happened though? They're just looking like I'd be running for the hills. What's that gene that certain people have? The self-preservation gene? Ain't none of these motherfuckers got it. Hell, they're a yellow belly. You already know they're fucking extra chromosomed up.
Good?
Well, what the hell happened? Oh, shit, man. I mean, I feel bad for the dude, but the people in the starting line are like, retarded. What the fuck are you doing there? Get the fuck in the stands and watch the race from the stands. Why you got? Well, I gotta bet with the brothers. I'm a real motherfucker. I'll bet with the. You ain't real. You fat. Bought a smoke machine because my car was acting funky. Smoke tested my JLT and that thing was leaking everywhere. Just bought a PMAS fender well. Be on the lookout for, I'm not gonna say, but I'm telling you, there are just certain parts that we shouldn't fuck with. And if it gets to the point where we're not gonna fuck with them, se acabó el party. Hey Alex, have you seen Black Cook mufflers for 11 to 14? No. Personally, I have not, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist. Has the GT500 changed your opinion on how the low compression Illuminator works, or do you need to turn the boost up before deciding? I need to turn the boost up before deciding. So, look, the video that I dropped Sunday night, a little late, but I just need to get it out there in the ether. I was surprised. The twin inlet Magnuson with the stock pulley, which is a 3.5 upper, 2 throttle bodies, went 6.7, and I let off a little early. A lot of people on Instagram, you let off early. I'm like, oh shit, I guess I did. Went 6.7. Now, most of you go, what? That's no big deal. 120 millimeter ESS, 12 to 1 compression, race gas car went 6.8. My car, same driver, slightly heavier, but a higher compression, a centrifugal, which loves rolls, and this is a TVS at very low boost. Relatively. Now, the low compression Illuminator, let's be honest, I don't think you can just say it's a low compression Illuminator. It has Gen 2 intake cams. And for those of you that don't know about the Gen 2 intake cam, it has a different parking position. So we're basically tuning it like a Gen 2, and it's running great. So Jake had done that vetting back like 6 years ago. He put comp cam stage 3s in his Coyote Swap Coyote Swap SN TVS car. And the Gen 2 intake cam made similar power as the comp cams. Now, does that mean we're going to support Gen 2 intake cams for you guys? No. Not just no. Fuck no. Unless it's a pure race car. And then maybe. But that's up to Junior's discretion, not mine. I did it because I know it'll work. And they were already on the car. So I wasn't going to go out there and start going, all right, no, they were already on the car. So I'm like, all right, let me just work with what I got, get some phases in there, and we were good to go. We have a stack of unusable Chinese castings, says the Fish. 61 Racing, Antelope Valley, native, here, good man, says line of lads. Supposedly, Trump put something in place that tariffs don't affect electronics like smartphone, TVs. Yeah, because that would literally make everything. So I'm old, and I remember when flat screen TVs were $3,000. Are you 40? Do you remember flat screen TVs are $3,000 because the technology just wasn't there yet to mass produce all the chips and bullshit you needed? Now they're like $500. Like, I hadn't bought a TV in like 6 years. So my TV in the living room is great. I haven't had any issues. It's a Samsung. It's fucking badass. It's a smart TV. I haven't had any issues. So I'm like, maybe I want a bigger TV. And I'm like, well, fuck, I don't want to spend $1,100, $1,200, $1,300, fucking $900 to your Billy badass TV. Like 60-inch motherfucker. And I'm like, I don't need all that. So I stayed with what I got. Fuck Ford, race the tariffs, maybe Farley gets the axe then. Is the reason newer GM stuff, CT5E, Corvette Escalade, shifts sound so clean is the spark cut out the shift? Yeah, so I wonder the joint venture that Chevy and Ford had with the 10R80 kind of made me, well, why did they get the cool shit? Now, if you listen to a 21 and up F-150, if you have a 21 and up F-150, it does not have a tri-core computer in it anymore. 15 to 17 had a TC 1791, I think it's called, and 18 to 23 Mustang and F1 Mustang had a TC 298. And then in 2021, the F-150 got the MG10 whatever the fuck. So that computer, for whatever reason, coupled with what's happening with the 10R80, you can hear actual spark cuts on the shift with a 21 F-150. So that is more in line with what Chevy was doing. And I don't know why Ford got the shit out of the stick with the 10R80 stuff. For a very long time, the 10R80s and Camaros were thought to be better until people started actually getting after it and putting good power to them. And then they started seeing similar failures, similar valve body issues, solenoid open, closed, bullshit codes, and people attempting to mitigate that issue by different valve body tuning, different valve body offerings, billet this, billet that. At the end of the day, I think there is a ghost behind the machine that just is not happy, and it's inherent to the base programming of that, let's just say, programming language, and I don't think it's fixable via an aftermarket tune because we don't have access to that base programming language. I'm proud of Tukes applying his newfound knowledge. Tukes is one of those guys that has spoken to so many shops that now he knows what not to do. One of the better things from that you get from this and me being able to tune cars for Lund Racing is you learn really quickly what to do and what not to do based on the sampling size. And when you come from a place of knowledge and you tell the customer, what do you want to do? That's my first question to you. What do you want to do? I had a gentleman today with a Hellion Gen 3, and he had gone to, you know who, you know, the two Florida fuck faces that live here that tune those cars, and both did such a bad job that he's like, let's just go to Lund Racing. What's left? So he went to one first, car was terrible. Made a lot of power on the dyno, but then when he went to drive it, shifted like shit. Where have I heard that before? Another guy, the other guy, couldn't even get it to shift right. Our base file got that car running so good that the guy was like, dude, let's go. So after the third revision, go on the street, do a hit. Shift it at 7,600 each time. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, take it to the track. Have fun. I go, what are you doing though? Whoa. What are you doing at the track? Well, we're drag racing. Do you have a trans brake? Do you have a two-step? I don't. Okay. Are you going to foot brake a turbo car at the track? A 10R80 turbo car? Yeah. Okay, well, let's do this. Here's a second gear leaf tune. And I'm going to already add the trans brake stuff and two-step stuff in the file so that if you get it and install it, you don't need a revision. You just need to put it in, adjust your trans brake, your 10R stager, and your two-step RPM launch, and you tune it at the track, but we all know that the tune is working fine. Bro, thanks a lot. Oh my God. So simple questions asked to the customer before you start shipping shit out there. Get it tuned, just ship them something so that they can't do a PayPal chargeback. I sent you a product, you can't do a chargeback. No, I'm going to ask you questions so that you're fucking happy. So one of the better things that we got going on right now on the background is one of our new employees, Parker. He's actually writing up a whole tutorial on what to do and what the deal is and all this stuff. And that when new people come in, they have a cheat sheet, essentially. They have a cheat sheet of what to do, what not to do. So you read that and you already get informed. Now, what Tukes is doing is something extremely smart. He's going to all these shops, and I asked him off camera when we did the podcast. I was like, so tell me, how many of these shops are full of shit? And his answer was very funny, but let's just say he knows who to fuck with, and now he knows who not to fuck with. I remember when black people could hear smoke alarms, says the dating channel Kyle Loftus. Wow. Chevy doesn't have a 9-speed horizontal transmission. Okay. Mods cleaning up the trash. Yeah, look, people are going to come in here. They're watching me. Nobody's watching you. Could you imagine watching a guy on a podcast and saying he sucks? Nobody's watching you. Bigger TV isn't always better. You want a higher hertz rate. 120 hertz is way better. I agree. Maybe 10 hours fuck because it cuts in low gears. Wow. Tukes was good behind the camera, vlog style. Good to see that addition in interviewing people. Tukes would have been better in my bed, says dating channel Kyle Loftus. You've saved me a lot of money learning what not to do. I bought a 6R80 over the 10R shit and enjoy it every day. Let's talk about what I've owned and what you've learned from those vehicles. Black car, TVS, 10-1, right? Then red car, boosted, then NA, vetted both combos. F-150, Gen 3, NA stuff, and then said, this 10R80 sucks dick. Gen 3, stick car, NA, and broke a transmission on the 18, bought a 19 with downshift rev matching, vetted transmission company builds, vetted transmission company parts, vetted the tuning for false knock, vetted the centrifugal file, and found out that a single turbo kit on that thing was retarded. And I said, I'm good with this shit. GT500. When it was boosted, when it was a Trinity motor built, it went 8.1, slowly started getting tired, and I taught you who never to get your engine built by. Then we did the notchback. Notchback had a bunch of fun. It was an 8-second 60-130 car NA. Cool small block Ford stuff. Did not like a nitrous hit with very old gaskets. Done and over with. Donnie. Now we're vetting NA stuff with a 13 6R80 car. We're going to probably go 1150s with it when it's all said and done. And then go right into boost. Go 9s with the stock motor. And then move on to a built motor and go 9.0 or high 8s with it. And then get it sold. Coyote swapped a GT500 and just gave you 60-130 initial testing. Coyote swapped a Fairmont, went 870 in it, first time out. Please don't talk to me about, not you guys, but the critics, that I don't know nothing, I don't teach nothing, I can't afford nothing. Please shut the fuck up. I have had people's dream builds. I've had like 5 of people's dream builds. So please shut the fuck up about that shit. Yeah, I don't have a Lambo. Yeah, I don't have a Richard Mille. Like that matters. No joke. Props to you guys at Lund and any tune in general that knows how to really calibrate a car. And drivability sounds very complicated. There is some cool stuff. Says Starkey had a 900 horsepower dyno run video job today on a GT500. Made it sound like new intervals in the SC body. Starkey had a 900 horsepower dyno run video dropped today on a GT500. Made it sound like new intervals in the supercharger throttle body. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I didn't know Lund got more tuners. Is Devon a tuner with customer service? Yes. So 2 guys wanted to pursue different careers. Nothing wrong with that. And we merged Devon and Nardi into NA tuning. And me and Junior took all the boosted shit. And now I got to go up there and get PCM tech training. I'm going to do the Pablo Escobar meme so many times. Because anyway, so I wake up to 70 tickets every day, which it's a mind-blowing process. And then Parker became a customer service rep and like immediately like just knew the setups. He had a shop, so he knows everything about the setups, and he was a Lund dealer for a while. So he is now like immediately bull by the horns going. He's going to be fine. Cornelius Grayley, Lund customer with an on 5 kit because it was on 5 times. Ran 820s, I think, with an FFRE motor or built motor, 6R80 car or turbo 400 car. I'm not 100%. And he's an IT person. He's going to help Junior with the backside tuning stuff, anything having to do with IT. He does. And we're going to just fire hose him with tuning shit. So technically, we have 5 tuners on staff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And imagine the volume required to keep 5 tuners busy. That's when everyone else talks about tuning. I go, please shut the fuck up. We try and save people time, money, and headaches every single day and try to protect consumers from marketing hype, internet bullshit. Parker, now that you've seen it, aren't you blown away of the replies you get from people saying, my buddy said, this forum said, Facebook said, Mustang 6G said, nah, stop it. Maturing is realizing you can have 1 Lambo and 1 Richard Mille, or you can have an Apple Watch and a bunch of cool shit in the garage. You have a C6 Year 1. That's an all-time Halo car. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You need a house. Okay. Gotcha. Sounds wonderful. Nothing wrong with being busy. 70 tickets. That's it. 70 cars. 70 cars. Each ticket is a person, a personality, and a $60,000 to $70,000 build. Come on. Appreciate the love, Theo. You got it. You're doing good. Look, if you make my life easier, everything's cool. And he's learning so fast because he knows the system. He knows how we operate. FFRE with an on-5 kit, he's got his priorities in check. Nice. He's got my F-150 running solid. First tune revision, says Mr. Whipple. You're going to see a lot of people go, wait a minute. How can Devon, who I've never seen tune, give me a file that runs smooth? The file is the 80th version of that file. I'll give an example. Let's say in Minecraft, a completely different world, I go ahead and vet the twin inlet combo. I have like 60 tunes for the twin inlet combo. So let's say a ticket appears that says twin inlet Magnuson with a PMAS 120 and ID 1700s. I go, here's my tune. Because it's version 80. And you're going to start it up and go, son of a bitch. Or would you rather I go, well, I've never done this before. So here's a tune. Drives like shit. Doesn't idle. Surges. Here's another. Here's another. Sorry, man. Drives like shit. Here's a log. Here's another. Here's another. Sorry, man. Drives like shit. Here's a log. So by tune 13 or 14, your tune from scratch is running like shit. Right? So 13, 14, 15, by what tune number is the customer going to go, fuck this? Well, you wanted a custom tune from scratch. This guy's never done that setup before. Here's your custom tune from scratch. Or, asshole, you can have version 60 of my copy-paste tune and have it go, chicka, chicka, chicka. Wow. Smooth. Smooth. Stupid. Volumetric efficiency goes out and goes out and sensors. Got it. Shit, get me a job. I'll quit my job tomorrow. I'll watch Alex's bicep all the time. Biceps are good. I saw the 60 to 130 video and I'm holding on for dear life. And then I give it the good shit. Is there room for another tuner? ML. Never. Dude, I got hit up on Instagram from a guy that got tuned by him. And I'm like, why you hitting me up? I didn't reply. Because the moment I saw your car was touched by that fucking weirdo with the dead cow eyes, dull cow eyes, I go, I don't want anything to do with that car. Who the fuck knows if it has 45 degrees of spark advance in the bitch? I'm good. Vaya con Dios, you've made your decision. Daily today, my buddy says we can make power with an HP Tuner's device rather than my SCT. Can you sell me an SCT device so we can make more power? I heard that you can make more power with an HP Tuner's tune than a SCT. Make it make sense. And that's when I realized that's something a 2,000 horsepower guy would say. How many times have you heard a guy say, we could just stick a Holly in this thing and go faster? We could just stuff a Holly in this thing and go faster. You mean remove the drive-by-wire? Yep. Lock the cams? Yep. Disconnect the body control module? What? Get rid of the ABS? What? Billet, fuck my assers, 8,000s. Wait, well. What? Turbo 400. Why can't Holly control the 10R80? Yeah. There you go. It did go faster. You turned it into a race car. When I hear someone go, I'll just shove Holly on it and go faster. You're going to shove Holly on your Gen 3 car and go faster. Sure. By converting it to a race car. Absolutely. Oh, fuck, he's right. Bro, give me copy paste shit. I trust. Lon, I'm ball busting. Hell, I hate a bunch of questions from one person, let alone 70. Mr. Whipple with the $5. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Red. Somebody give me $50. My gear low, brother. Thank you. I mean, I like money. Money is nice. Who the fuck complains about having a vetted tune sent to them 5 minutes versus 20 revisions? Everybody on Facebook. I paid for a custom tune. Tune it custom. What's custom about a PMAS LU47 18 manifold car? Tell me what's custom about that. That's so copy-paste. Yeah, but I paid for a custom tune, so you gotta tune it in a custom fashion. What? Okay. Pendejo, here's your custom tune. 15 Mustang, yep. 18 manifold. PMAS. LU47. Log it, asshole. No, but like, I want you to do custom stuff. What? Okay, explain to me what you think custom is. Explain to me like I'm a retard what custom means to you. You want me to sit there and put different values in a tune that I know work? Well, I normally like this spark table to be here because based on my, 10 years experience, it works really good. But you know what? This guy wants a custom tune, so I'm going to just throw that out the window and just put any number I want there and try shit out. And then after I send you a tune that looks like it was like some kid drew with a crayon, here you go. It doesn't run that good? Why don't you put my vetted file back in, dickhead? Oh, it runs a lot smoother and makes good power. My friend beat me, and I want custom. I raced my friend. And then, he beat me. So, why don't you give me custom tune? More power. 18 manifold, PMAS, LU47. What the fuck is custom about that? Stupid. More power. Shit, that guy's tune gives you gingivitis. Oh, my Lord. Judy gave me a Cam Dido tune for my GT500, and the logs are spot on. Zero revisions. I can't complain. Lund for the win. What are you talking about, Matt Francis? You have a Trinity motor in the car. We're talking about Cam Dido. Or do you have a 2020 GT500? Who gives a fuck how the tune is cooked? It's good. It's good. I'll take those Lund copy paste tunes. Anything. You know what, man? Those guys, they say they're custom tuners, but they're not custom tuners because I wanted to put a set of small block Ford heads on my Coyote because it's custom. And they wouldn't tune it. Okay. Gotta go. Finish watching later. That's the YouTube short. Just Holly to go fast. I want to get Holly to go fast. Do you think I'll go faster with Holly? Yeah. 4-link. Turbo 400. No. Like you. Come on, Alex. Listen. Talk to me, man. I know you work for Lund. Just talk to me. Give it to me straight. I think I can go faster with Holly. You have a 10R80 car. Yeah. Just hook it up. How do I hook it up? I don't know. I see the Street Outlaw guys go fast with a 10R80. No, not with a 10R80. Okay, so what makes you think you're going to go faster with a Holly? Because they have Holly plastered on the side of their shit? You know people pay them to put stickers on the side of their shit, right? Do you think when Jimmy Johnson was winning all those years that Lowe's was the best? Lowe's was the best. Oh, the Lowe's car's winning. So I'm going to go buy my tool at Lowe's. So what do you buy now? Alex cars are only fast because he has an N gauge and not HP tuners. My stock gauges won't work and all the dash lights will be on with Holly. What the fuck? How come my AC doesn't work with Holly? You have to disconnect the body control module. I saw Alex's show. I'm stealing his underwear. I used to think that way, but then I saw the lie, Tony Nelson. You used to think that Holly was better because his racers use it? Why would you not want a tune that's already worked on 100 other cars because it's not custom? I paid for a custom tune. Tune it, custom tuner. Tune it, tuner. Stupid. This is my first all-motor Coyote, and I always went supercharged with long tubes and 18 GT manifold and a Lund tune. The truck made 90 horsepower, same dyno on the first tune. Lund for the win. I don't know how the fuck that happened. But Alex, why do they all have Mexican accents? Puro pinche 956 a la verga. Cuz.
Puro pinche 956 a la verga.
What a wonderful, wonderful theory you applied here, Amir Zahir. Hey, man. I want a custom steak, Ruth Chris. I don't want that shit you've been giving everybody else. I'm going to pay $100 for a steak. It better be fresh with fresh shit that you've, not the copy paste spices that you have. Sir, you don't understand. These spices have been brought down over 100 years. I don't give a fuck, man. I want custom shit. It's $100 steak. You're not going to give me the steak you're going to give that guy over there. All right, fuck it. All right, how much pepper? I don't know. Try it. How much garlic? I don't know. He wants custom garlic. Here you go. Here you go. Oh, this is fucking disgusting. Do it again. You understand now? Fucking retard. You understand that it's literally a recipe that has been vetted over hundreds or thousands or many years. Not 100,000 years, but hundreds of thousands of files and many years. And you're going to sit there and go, oh, what a custom tune. You stupid. You're so fucking stupid. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Everyone on Facebook, shut the fuck up. Clip this. Everyone on Facebook, shut the fuck up. You don't know anything. And then you're gonna switch tuners, and then that tuner's gonna ask you for a 3 relay 10R80 shit. Oh, I thought he tuned a car with that a couple years ago, but now you're asking for the. Well, I don't get that. I thought you tuned that. Don't you have to know which solenoids? The self snitching happens. All you have to do is wait a little bit. All right, let's do a little giveaway coming at you. Yeah, so I already know the answer, but I'm going to see if you guys know the answer. Star Trek trivia, we're going to give it away. richprince.com, richprince.com/YDBT. Okay, so this is where I see the answers come through. So when the answers come through here, determines the winner. Okay, I'm going to wait a couple minutes just in case you guys get an ad. So we're talking Star Trek trivia, The Next Generation. Star Trek trivia, The Next Generation. You should watch it. You should literally do nothing but watch that if you want to win something. And it's actually going to be serve a purpose. It's a good show. It teaches you a lot. Where did what part, what area are the Borg from? Where did they originate from? Where are the Borg from? In the episode Q Who, it's when they were first introduced to the Borg, so you can deduce what area did Q take the Enterprise to, meaning what area did the Borg originate from? Bam! Carlos Bahena! Bam! Bryce DeWitt says, my asshole. Carlos Bahena. I wish it was Cornfed Cow because he's an actual member, but Carlos Bahena. Congratulations. Cornfed Cow in a close second. The Delta Quadrant is where the Borg originated from. The episode Q Who. If you want to watch an episode, look up Q Who. This entity showed up, snapped his fingers, sent the Enterprise way, way, way far away, and like, hey, this is the shit that's out here, bro. So you want to be careful because these Borg don't fuck around. So Carlos Bahena, congratulations. Hit me up at ydbt4life@gmail.com. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hey, Yogan Lates hit live. What's wrong with PCM Tech? Nothing's wrong with PCM Tech. Someone said Uranus, the Delta Quadrant, Ball Shack, Delta Quadrant, Diddy Line Galaxy. Saludos from Georgia, brother. Says Danny Bill. What's up, brother? Having to deal with the most of the BS you talk about in week in and week out. Some people will never learn. See, shout out to you shop guys. You got to listen to these people tell you to your face that you're wrong when you've been doing this OEM style fast car game. That's why I thought it was interesting that people were saying, I want to build the fastest overdrive car for the overdrive class. What's the fastest overdrive car that exists? Go, guys. Tell me what's the fastest overdrive car that exists. Well, it doesn't have overdrive. You really want me to put a set of clutch packs in the motherfucker and be like, here, now it is? Okay. Amir's here says, your mom. Delta. Everyone got Delta. La Perla. La Perla. Might as well come from La Perla. Hey, EPA. I wanted to give you a quick plug. What is, let me see. Because, you know, we haven't done it for a while, so we got to see what's going on over there. You guys still you still got the website going? You still got the Oh My God Cookies website and everything? I'm going to crumb. Yeah, see, he's hot. I think he's equally as hot. But look, you might get a scent of lotion if you actually buy something from them. So enter Sweet Escape. They got cookie. What the fuck is this, Hershey's? What the fuck are those? What are those? Oh my God, that is diarrhea. Thick bits and salty lips. Bischoff the Hook. Biscoff the Hook. Notorious B.I.G. Wow, man, diarrhea. Netflix and chill. Link in bio. Link in bio. That's pretty good. This one's good. I've had this one, the Hershey one. Pitch Intense. It's pretty much boner stuff. Raising the Roof. A Big Booty Butterscotch. Berry Bitchy. Banana Rammer. It's all about fucking a honey bun cheesecake. Where's the YDBT? Oh, they got rid of me. They got mad that I don't promote this shit no more. So they're like, fuck Alex. Thicker than a snicker at LMNOP. LMNOP is probably the YDBT cookie. Yeah, that is the YDBT cookie. But, you know, I get it. It's all good. Yeah, go buy some cookies over there. It's pretty much all penis jokes. So check them out. Oh my God, it is legit. Just crumbled my britches. That's pretty funny. I wonder how long the woman shut the fuck up on that shot to space, bro. I don't know, but Lund has gone 660s with an overdrive. Exactly. When people go, I want to get into overdrive racing. What do you think's the best? Are you fucking retarded? What's the best platform? Stop it. Stop fuel. Exactly. I made it to one YouTube. Don't tell me I don't have the bell. What bell? You got it, EPA. Yeah, man, got to give a plug. Haven't been seeing the cookie stuff for a while, so get in there, get some cookies. Lake, exactly. EPA would let your wife peg you? Big question. Whoa. She... I don't know. Cookies with extras. Miss them cookies. Just buy them, Ramsey Carter. Just buy them. Just buy them. Fuck. We could do a giveaway, but like, you know, then we get back into probably stressing them out. Those were Rolos? Those were Rolos? I might have to get those. Oh my God, those were Rolos? Do you guys have to put the calorie content? Because it's probably 1,500 calories of cookie. Gonna make 1320 cal cream if you show that dude's face again. Banana Rammer. Need to unmarry my X4 so I can get that Lund tune on a 13 F-150 TVS 2300 Explorer. 2300 Explorer got totaled. 2300 Explorer got totaled. 2300 Explorer got totaled. Is he... Hey, man, can you take an aspirin? I don't know what you're saying. EPA, what's the name of the website? My God Cookies. MyGodCookies.com. Yo, Alex, Star Trek The Next Generation trivia question for you. What race was the space retards? The Ferengi. So, okay. The Next Generation is very interesting because the Federation are white people. Ferengis are Jews. Klingons are blacks. The hard part is the Romulans and Cardassians. I would say Cardassians are German. And the Romulans, what would the Romulans be? Because the Romulans are a mix of Vulcan and like an offshoot of Vulcans. So I would say Vulcans are what, monks? It's interesting because when you look at it that way, it really simplifies Star Trek The Next Generation. So you have the Federation, white people, Klingons, blacks, Ferengi, Jews, Cardassians, German. But the Romulans are the ones that I can't figure out. Romulans are Eastern Europeans. That's interesting. Italian, Mexicans. Romulans are Puerto Ricans. No. Romulans are very advanced. Romulans have a cloaking device. Wait, they're actually called space retards? Oh, they're not Rolos. Oh, what are they? Alex, if Lund tuned my Gen 1 Coyote Swap 75 F100 Run Tune, my 75 F100 runs great and hauls ass. Congratulations. I'm glad the Coyote swap is taking hold. The website is Don't My God Cookies. Yeah, Don't My God Cookies all day. I love the LinkedIn picture. I just bought an ESS G2 for my Gen 2. It says Benji Hunas. I have 55 pound injectors, D-Twist 14, and a booster pump. Okay, the D-Twist 14, you probably just get rid of that fucking thing. The D-Works 400 is shit. I would just put a stock pump in there with a BAP. Do I need any more fuel before I install? No, it should be okay. I mean, you could put the 14, but the D-Works 415. But if you have fuel pressure issues, get it out of there and put a stock one back in there. Thought Kardashians were whores. Jews, what about the Vulcans? I don't know who the Vulcans would be. You're about 19 years late on the last F-150 worth of shit. Boricua, Romulans have 93 octane. How do you have time for all the live chats between night crawling? Night crawling? What's night crawling? Fucking around? I just do. Look, if you want to have time to do shit, you do shit. And sometimes someone hits you up at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and you got to do what you got to do. You know, the hustle does not stop. Everyone talks about Justin Starkey's wife cheat. You know, I gotta proofread some of this shit. Romulans have pump 110. Jacob Haggard said I have a Gen 2 2.9. Oof, what a piece of junk. On my GT500, would it be worth to swap on the Gen 2R? Just stay with the Whipple. Goal is 750 wheel. The 2.9 will be fine. You just need like a 3.1 pulley or 3.0 pulley to make it. They are Canadians. Who is Canadian? Jacob, get that 2.9 out of there and get a 2650. Yeah, he wants a Gen 2R though, like a 2300. The Gen 2R is not that much better than a Trinity 2300. There is a story of early Gen 2R lore that I was privy to that made me laugh. I'll share my example. Power by the Hour was one of the more innovative shops when it comes to the early Coyote game. Then they saw that they're, making cars fast and building cars. There's no money in it. So they decided to stick with parts and Coyote swaps. But early on, they were putting XBA elbows, extra big ass, made up to 168 Kenny Bell throttle body and 148 JLT intake. And it was making good power on a Trinity GT500. Then the rumor, and it's a rumor, goes that VMP came out with the Gen 2R. So they used a vehicle that had like a very efficient Trinity 2.3 blower on it and put the Gen 2R on it to see if it picked up any power. And pulley for pulley, it didn't pick up a dime, didn't pick up anything. So it was difficult to upsell to a lot of GT500 guys that had a 13 to 14 GT500 on the Gen 2R, right? There was Gen 2, then the Gen 2R with a bigger elbow, and it didn't make that much of a difference. For example, if you had a 3.0 pulley, hell, fuck it, 2.4 pulley. If you had a Trinity motor, Trinity GT500 with an XBA, a Kenny Bell 168, and a JLT 148, it would make more power than a Gen 2R, a CJ65, and a similarly sized Cold Air. So that was the issue. Once the 2650 came out, that changed things. But Trinity blowers were badass. They needed absolutely nothing but a bigger elbow, maybe some port work by someone like 1320 or Kong, big Cold Air, big throttle body, and it was a happy setup. Good day, good show today, Theo. Go to the gym. Let me get my help. Let me get a Hellcat people smoke alarm chirp. Wait, Star Trek is racist? No, I'm actually going to watch it. I forgot to add, I want to keep the E85 with my setup. No, you can't do E85 with anything but a fuel system. Benji Hunas. I don't even want to guess what's going on with that. Play the Bad Bunny Diddy clip for the Puerto Ricans. Is Bad Bunny getting... What is going on here? Is Bad Bunny getting his cheeks clapped? Let me see. YouTube. See, with AI nowadays, you can't trust nobody. Let me see. Bad Bunny, Diddy. I'm going to go on YouTube. Diddy audio. He's like they're crying. Let me see.
First, it was the Meek Mill, very disturbed demon from these women. And
bro, why? Alleged Diddy and Bad Bunny leaked audio 5 months ago. Oh my God. Can you just play it?
Instagram.
Is he gonna play it? No, they're just talking about it. Oh, come on. So do I have to go to X? God damn it. I guess I gotta go to X to find I don't want to find it, but Bad Bunny Diddy. I don't know why I'm looking for this, but people wanted me to play it for the Puerto Ricans. Diddy Bad Bunny audio. Is it here? Nope. They're gonna string me along. There it is.
Don't run from me. Get it all out. Let it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Don't run from me.
Don't run from me. You know, the don't run from me line just, oh my God. Don't run from me. Y'all know what that means, right? Like, yeah. I shouldn't have to explain what don't run from me means in that situation. Oh, yes, Bad Bunny. What's that part where we go, yo que te lamba el culo or something like that? Bro, I fuck all that situation. Trifling, 40 Glock in my 49. Oh, this thing's ready to freeze. Just freeze already so I can refresh. Trifling, 40 Glock in my nightstand. You did the digging in me. Oof, that's way worse than the other one. This one?
Fuck that shit, nigga.
Where did it go? Here we go. Yee! Don't run from me. Let it all out.
Let it all out. Let it all out. Get it all out. Get it all out. Don't run from me.
I don't know. You decide. It's too bad what's happening nowadays. People you thought were legit were just getting. It's like, I'm not shocked as if anyone's gay anymore. I'm just not shocked. I go, okay, fuck it. Diddy, that clip might be most streeter. Diddy sounding like he's the therapist / rapist. No way in hell is that real. Crazy thing is that J Balvin said it was a real audio. Who the fuck is that? ¿Quién carajo is J Balvin? Like, we supposed to know who that is. Tú sabes que Anuel doble A. Él dijo que eso es de verdad. I'm like, who? Classic is it both not only. That's rowdy. I feel sick. Yeah, let it all out. Don't you dare run from me. Hey, EPA, use that line. That'd be funny. Don't you dare run from me. It's too bad. It's too bad. Damn, can we stick to the Diddy clip? You got it. How is this clip less gay than that one?
Fuck that shit, nigga.
You know why? It's because I guarantee Meek was pushing back. Yeah, he was like, yeah, he was telling him what to do. He was directing.
Fuck that shit, nigga.
The other guy was running away from it. Oh, my Lord. Let it all out. Just tuned in. We got new clips. Someone crying while Diddy laying the pipe. Meek, it's funny. The Bad Bunny one is disturbing. Another gay dude. So which guy is that? Allegedly, supposedly. But look, I don't... It's not funny, but why am I not surprised anymore by anything? I am literally not surprised by anything anymore. Based on what I know, and let's talk industry stuff. Like, industry stuff? You know how much weird shit motherfuckers do out there? fuck all that. That's why Biggie was cockeyed, had to keep an eye on Diddy at all times. That's funny. J Balvin is just Bad Bunny 2.0. How is this clip less gay than that one? Winner gets my ass and a resonator deleter. Yeah, look, I don't like fucking with any of that stuff because it's just like not. I don't know. It's sad. Like, it's really sad that. So there have been times in work situations that you got to pay your dues, hazing, and I was one of those guys that did not put up with that shit. Nobody was gonna, stuff me in the locker. Nobody was gonna, do any of that shit. No, I did not come from that, and I don't put up with that stuff. But I guess Hollywood, everyone that has made it anywhere and everywhere has gotten, had to pay a certain thing. So, which is interesting because what would you do in order to get access to millions and millions of dollars? I don't think I'd take it in the ass. I just don't think that's something I want to do. Where was it? Okay, live chat. I was trying to get the live chat going up again because it froze and it's good now. I don't follow rap, so I'm unsure who the fuck Bad Bunny is, but thought it was a chick. Yeah, might as well have been. Coming soon, Don't Run From Me cookie cover in chocolate chunks. The Don't Run From Me cookie. We got Banana Rammer. What? See, Don't My God cookie. Let me ask you a legit question, EPA. And I'm not trying to, tell you how to run your business. If you had family-friendly names, do you think you'd sell more? Because I can't imagine a kid going, hey, Timmy, you know what my favorite cookie is? What, Carl? Banana Rammer. Cream pie surprise. Blumpkin pie. Right? You want to sell cookies to kids. You want to sell cookies to people that want to have sweets. So if the name on the cookie says Diddy's hairy sack or Don't Run From Me, like I'm just saying maybe like chocolate sprinkle surprise. Instead of, jizz filled butthole. Fuck. Just we'll see how that works. Cassie Couch is a real thing. Thousands of pretty people who look the same. What are you willing to do? Don't Run From Me shirt with a Coyote ZR1. The Don't Run From Me shirt with the ZR1 on it. It's got to get running first before it can actually, that's pretty good though, before it can actually get made. Blue Waffle, let me get that Blumpkin dumpling. Just make different websites, same cookies, different names, mean something. No, we toned it down a little bit ago, and people wanted the funnier names. Oh, really? But the tails go up. Dirty Sanchez cookies. What? Blawpunk cookie for the win. Cream of some young guy. What is happening right now? I don't know. We're just making fun of. Look. You got to be like an OG fan of the show to know who EPA is, the company he runs, and the naming structure of the cookies, and then what the Diddy clip is, what the Bad Bunny clip is. This is like inside baseball, hardcore fan stuff. So if you come into it not knowing the references, don't feel bad. It's just 5 years of accumulated silliness that we're going off one year. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink cookie made with pink and brown sprinkles. Why don't you just make a vagina cookie and call it pussy? Just make a cookie literally shaped like a vagina and just pussy. Let's just get right to the point. Bro, that shit started playing on my speakers in my truck with my windows down. My neighbor's like, what the fuck?
Fuck that shit, nigga. Fuck that shit, nigga. From me.
I could just imagine it's 2 guys just having beers, like somewhere in like Kansas, right? Their garage doors open. They're like, let's listen to Alex's show while we, replace this thermostat housing on this Fox body. Cool. Hey, let me get another Bud Light, dude. All right. And then I do that. And they're like, Dad, what are you listening? Daddy, what is that? Daddy, what the fuck is happening, Daddy? Oh my God, are they okay? No, they're not okay, Timmy. Go back inside. Oh my God, I heard that noise. I thought you guys were fighting or something. It's like that Joe Rogan sound clip. Like, Mikey, you got Mikey. You got a great ass, Mikey. Come on, take your pants off. I guarantee I can't stick my dick in your ass. It's so tight. You really think so? Oh yeah, it's all muscular. So I can imagine two guys in the garage, just like that, like homophobes or like raised super like religious, or maybe they were raised like in the Bible Belt, but they like the show, and they're like, "What the fuck was that?" That is what I like. Oh man, see, the neighbors don't hear anything. It's all here. Neighbors calling the HOA. This is getting out of hand. There are two of them. Building a This guy does not know how to read the room. He said, building a Gen 2.5, I had a couple of people tell me that London's been sending bad tunes. Oh, yeah, we've been sending bad tunes. Hey, do me a favor, guys. What? Today, we're going to send bad tunes out to people. How's that? You know what? That's a good idea. We want to make our lives more difficult. Bad Tune Monday. Let's send out Bad Tune Monday. Oh, gave him that ookie dookie. What? Alex's neighbor right now. My neighbor can't hear anything. Plan B cookie. HOA going to kick the door down. My whole Bible study watching right now. My sentiments right now. What the fuck? Hit the like button. That is 2 Sith Lord of Diddy clips. He is like... He's a menace, bro. He must have so much dirt and audio on people that when it actually starts to come out, you're going to be blown away as to who he had influence over and what he has on them. That's why I don't think he should be he's in jail, but it should have been fast tracked. So the fact that I haven't done anything yet tells me he has power over a lot of influential people. Got it. Bad Tunes only tomorrow. Can't wait, says Parker Performance. Bad Tune Tuesdays. Hey guys, Bad Tune Tuesday. Send out nothing but wrong injector values, wrong math curves. We want to flood out everyone's tunes just for fun on Tuesdays. What do you guys think? All right, we're in. Are we having pizza for lunch? Yep. Hey, don't call me out like that, says Jim Hogg. There are 2 of them. Bad tunes to keep customers on their toes. Today we're going to send bad tunes. Want people to think we're lawn, not Lund. Oh my God. Funny that there is tiptoeing in that camp now. Good shit. Diddy, the Black Epstein. I'm surprised Diddy hasn't been Epstein yet. Even Justin Bieber for 4. Look at that. Like, I know we were going to get off on a tangent here. It's not car stuff anymore, but usually the last 20 minutes of the show becomes just a debauchery and just craziness. Look at what Justin Bieber used to look like versus what he looks like now. Justin Bieber's not old. I don't think he's 30. Justin Bieber age. He's 31. 31. And look at what he used to look like versus what he looks like now. He looks like he's in trouble. Like something's wrong. Like bad stuff's happening. Diddy himself said, I'm a savage. Ooh, whatever I want, I'm going to get. Okay, send 1050X injector scaling on 1300s. It'll just run super lean. That's all. Like super lean. Because if you're pulsing for 1300s with a smaller injector, it'll run super lean. And we're the assholes for asking engine bay picks and injector purchase receipts. Mofo is like the Epstein of the music industry. Wonderbird Wednesdays for bad engines. Camaro blowing up, says Joel Aguilera. Amanda Bynes, whatever happened to her must have been hell. Who the fuck is that? Man, Amanda Bynes. Who the fuck is Amanda Bynes? Who the fuck is Amanda Bynes? Who the fuck? What the fuck? So she's an actress? What the hell was she in? This is your wife talking. You didn't watch any Amanda Bynes shit. It's your wife talking. Ain't no way you watch this shit. Wow. She looks like normal. But that's what she used to look like. You want to hear something funny? She ain't that different, except she's a little chubbier without makeup. This is just exposing women's lies. Women look wonderful with makeup and great hair and extensions. This bitch has extensions in the back. And this is what happens when they wake up in the morning. I don't see a big difference between this and this, except makeup. And maybe, wow, that chin got some, whoa. How does that even happen? But yeah, this is no different than a girl waking up. Like, how many times have you taken this home and then you wake up to that? I mean, we all have. Look, I played in the minor leagues. I've worked my way through the farm system. Okay? You got to recognize a changeup based on experience. You're not going to go to the major leagues and all of a sudden hit home runs. You got to go, oh, there's a curveball. I've seen that in minor leagues. Well, that's a changeup. She was on Nickelodeon way back in the day. She was probably a Nickelodeon kid growing up. Gotcha. 1050 scale on 1300 would be fat rich because of post flow. Really? Oh, 1050 scaling on 1300s. I thought you meant 1300 scaling on 1500. They manned the show back then. She looks like she drives a Mustang Mach-E. What you know about Amanda Bynes EPA? She was in Debbie Does Dallas Under the Bridge. What the fuck is happening? Are eBay VVT solenoids safe to use or just buy from Ford? Well, Ford does not have VVT solenoids, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Variable valve timing. The valve moves differently. Variable valve timing. You know what, Alex? I was looking for VVT solenoids, but I didn't find them. Does a Coyote Mustang have variable valve timing? Or variable cam timing? Oh. All right, guys, I'm out of here because we're going to be a little late here, and I don't want to give you more than, than I can. I'm out of here. Today we talked about the 2,000 horsepower racer problem. A 2,000 horsepower racer thinks that he knows more about a slower car that is OEM, but in fact, he only knows about race car stuff. It's two completely disciplines. It's like tennis and baseball. Like, you cannot say, well, I play tennis all the time, and then someone throws a 98 mile an hour fastball down your shit, and you're like, oh, no, not going to work. So a lot of people need to realize just because you go fast in a straight line with a car with Holley, push rod, and M1 and billet atomizers does not mean that you can get into a OEM style car that has protection, drive-by-wire, and a whole bunch of other nannies to keep the car safe and straight and generally good with torque limits. So one does not correlate to the other. Then we talked about how a Ford executive went out there and made a guy feel bad because he watched Fox News. Psychotic nature. Then we finished it with talking about some Nickelodeon chick that looks like no other chick that you would meet at a bar with good makeup, and then you wake up and she has like an extra chin somewhere back there. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Thursday. We'll talk a little shit on YDBT Daily on Thursday. Hang out then. Talk some shit. All right. Have a good one, guys. See you later.